We will continue our Flutter for Beginners series with the webpage Building a Web Application with Flutter on the flutter.dev documentation website. This, of course, first part of the webpage describes how to set this up. It involves Flutter's release channels. There are 4 of them. We are currently on the prescribed stable channel. The master channel is the one they work with. That's their cutting edge. That's the tip of the trees, they call it. Their cutting edge software is in this repository. Certainly not recommended to be used in production. This one here is the dev release channel. It has been more fully tested. The beta channel is been stabilized, is in the point of being stabilized, and it's this channel, by the way, that has the web capability. We're in stable. This is the one recommended for production apps. We're going to move now to the beta channel. Beta. This is what you would see when you do that. I will type in Flutter Upgrade. Again, in the documentation, it recommends you ensure you have the latest version. This is what you will get. This is updating the dark version. This will take a little while, so we'll speed up this video a little bit. It takes about 4 to 5 minutes. So we'll speed it up a little more. I'll cut out some of that, and now it's updating it on the Flutter. We'll now check the configuration and see if it all works, and see in this case if in fact in my case, the Flutter settings are available. So if we go now and look, my web availability is enabled already. The documentation, it wants you to check for that. It also mentions here that if some individuals have a local copy of the Flutter repo, you're going to encounter some issues with the Flutter upgrade. You won't actually upgrade the proper location, so you'll have to deal with that. In my case now, because I am now webbed enabled, as they call it, I suddenly have access to browsers. Oh, it's downloading some files, so again, I'll speed it up. So after that, we see that I have access to 2 browsers, Chrome as well as Edge. I'll use Chrome in this case just to demonstrate it. Now, what I should do, they don't mention that until at the very end. I should provide web support to an existing project. We're actually going to use the sample project we've used in a previous video. Issuing this command will actually introduce some new folders and files more attuned to a web app. So let's do that now. In fact, let's quickly show you what we got here. Here is our sample app. It's the counter, the proverbial counter that's produced every time you generate a new Flutter project. Now, we're going to introduce some new files. Flutter's fully installed. We're using the beta channel. Chrome has been fully installed and made available to us. It's introduced some new files. And in fact, I've done it earlier. It's introduced a new folder. You won't find this in a mobile app, but the folder web and its accompanying icons. And of course, its index file, its HTML. So an HTML component has now been introduced to our Flutter app. Now, to run it, because we've got more than one device, you've got to specify the device argument. Flutter run device Chrome will run this app in development mode. I'm going to run it right now and just show you what it looks like. The app, the sample app in a browser. Flutter run device Chrome. So this is actually going to start up an instant of Chrome, of Google Chrome, and run the application, the counter application you've seen many times before. It's even green. From the last video we had changed the counter from blue to green. And that is it. Even the button from the old video, from the past video, was changed to an umbrella. But it functions like the sample app from that previous video. But it's in a browser. In time we'll be able to develop and release our Flutter apps onto the web.